to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
Dropping back, it's Mattiano. It's complete to the left. Still on his feet. He'll be forced out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 44-yard line, and this offense has it going.
And that's why for the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
To the air on first down. That's caught. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way.
Great job by the defense in the back end that time. He made the catch and had a little wiggle room to run afterwards, but they were able to get to him, rip the football out, and that is a massive takeaway for the defense.
They'll try the run. Going up to the first. There's a reason they call this dude a big playmaker. Moments just like that.
Big time playmaker. Can make plays all over the field from different spots. That's why you got to find ways to give him touches as much as possible.
And that kick was perfectly down the middle. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Middle Tennessee offense will go back to work. As it turns out, the fumble on that last drive set up the touchdown, David.
And there's no bigger stat in football.
Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have... Down at the 38.
And running backs are so good, so talented, so elusive. You see nowadays they really have the ability to make you miss, run you over. Unbelievable effort. Nice job. You keep that going, it'll be hard to stop.
Back to throw. It's Mattiano. Rushes on him. Comes out of bounds.
And the defense able to get pressure to the quarterback, and they got everybody trying to swipe up the football. The impact on the hit sometimes jars the ball loose. Great job with the pass rush and a better job forcing the turnover.
Great place to start for this offense. The give to the back. Powers through. Ball down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19.
You better form tackle better on defense. You had a chance to make a big play, missed the running back, and as a result, he's getting positive yards. Defense has to do a better job of finishing.
Keeps it on the bootleg, looking to throw. He's got an open man. Allen takes it down to the 13-yard line.
But actually does so many things. When you run the football and have success, it slows everybody down. Not just the linebackers and the safeties make them come up, but the defensive line, they're thinking run as well. Slow. First down, physicality in this football is being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down, gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision is... And that's what makes this quarterback so dangerous, is he can hurt you throwing the ball. Man, is he dangerous and explosive with his feet. You have got to be able to get this guy on the ground. If you don't, he's got way too much width and speed. You saw it right there.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. chance at a return. Here they'll start this drive at their own 25. Let's see if the Blue Raider offense can get going. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. Setting up the screen. And the defense settled in to stop that for a short gain.
And so many things have to come together perfectly for a screen to work, big yardage. And they were close. You could tell that almost lost it. They just got wrapped up. They were really, really yards, but they really wanted that one to be a big game.
They'll run it from the gun. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than him. And no matter what play you call, man, you can give him the backfield work, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That is a ball.
Got it in the middle, it's Lacy. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. They bring the punter onto the field, and they'll boot it away for the first time tonight. Not going to get a chance to field that one, and the punt will bounce out of bounds. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. They put 2 touchdowns on the board in the early going, and now right back to work. They believe in that running game. Got 6 before he stopped at the 23.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
The Dogs in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Looking downfield, it's Stockton. There's the pressure. Grab behind the line. It's Brown. There we go. They'll walk and lead his way all the way up to the 45 before going out of bounds.
That's what QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing out.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Might be changing the route. Back to pass on 2nd down. He rifles one deep down the right side.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys on the perimeter that can change the game in one single play. And you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
This Georgia offense moving quickly down the field. From the gun, running back gets the give.
Second quarter yet. This offense has been up and down the field. They've taken a huge lead early. Everything they're dialing up, David, is working.
Yeah, so I'm going to flip this to the other side. I'm going to need my offense to score some points. And in a hurry. Like, they got to figure it out, but they got to put a drive together, keep us off the field, score some points, and let us find some answers. Because right now, defensively, we have none.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Middle Tennessee offense will go back to work. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively for this unit, they've been team's struggling, they need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You're seeing slow starts, but you got to continue to kick to find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
And now on second down for this offense. Going with the ground game left.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
It's third down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. To the air, it's Battiano. And they can't make the connection on third down.
Yeah, with the aggressiveness on third and short, trying to throw the football, take advantage of the look that they got. They weren't successful, and now it's fourth and short territory. Who knows what they're going to do?
Hunt is in the air. And nobody able to handle that punt. They'll let it bounce and roll out of bounds. First play of this drive comes from the 27. Running back searching for a hole. On his feet at the 40. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
It's a good look at running. I'll say this. I know Georgia's always been known to run the football. They always want to be really physical, but it starts up front. They always seem to have great units on the offensive line. Guys that communicate and guys that get pushed. And they've put many running backs into the NFL, but it's because of these big old hog mollies up front.
They're going to ride this running back. Turning it on. He has the first and still on his feet. All down, but he has enough to move the chain.
Another good run. Man, he has been picking up yards in bunches today. Jesse showing off all the skills.
And he's showing no signs of slowing down, David. This guy just gets better as the game goes on. He is a beast.
On first and 10 from the 38. Looks as if he's going to run it. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be second and 3.
QBs that can run completely change your game plan. I mean, every single bit of it. You have to understand now as a pass rusher, I got to keep him in the pocket. I got to understand all the zone read concepts and power read, the jet read, all the different things they can do to you. So, having a guy back there at the helm that can run the football, you better be alert of it from the first play to the end of the first quarter.
And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chain.
This offense has become a first down machine, and that is so demoralizing for the defense, especially for those star players that are playing tons of snaps. They're not subbing out as much. By the fourth quarter, they are going to be gassed.
Going to run it. It's Frazier. And they'll make the stop, and we are headed to the end of the first period. Georgia is on top. They jumped out to that edge early. As we wrap up the first, let's take a quick look at our game stats. They largely dominated the first quarter and built a nice lead to get started. First play of the period will be a second down. They'll run the option. Quick toss. Oh, he's got some space. Georgia.
And this crowd was already jacked up. They were already excited. They were already making a difference in this football game, and the offense continues to pile on and give them something to cheer about. 27-0 here in the first half. This has been all home.
And he made the extra point without problem. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing. end zone. It's Taylor. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. Let's see what the Blue Raider offense can get going. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. Here's the heat.
And it's amazing that they're only trailing by a couple of points in this game because they've turned it over a couple times and they've been sacked a couple times right now. They have no rhythm on offense right now. You have got to give the defense tons of credit. They are dominating in the trenches. That's the big story so far.
Knocked off his feet.
It's a nice job running the in route there by the receiver. And the best thing he did after he made his break, he didn't trail and fade away. He actually attacked the football. That's a good lesson for young receivers out there watching.
Off the play fake. Looking down the middle. Wide open downfield. He'll have enough for the first down, and they stop him at the 45.
Nice job by the receiver on the in route there. And how about the speed after he made his break? He was able to actually separate a little bit from the DB, helping out his QB on that one.
This offense has had trouble getting it in gear, but maybe a little life here on 1st and 10. It'll be a draw. Bounced right back to them. I don't know if it was luck or aggression or just a fortuitous bounce, but at least they've got the ball back.
Well, one thing I do know, Reese, this running back has got to do a better job with ball security. You cannot turn the football over and expect to win this game. They're very lucky they were able to jump on top of that.
Dropping back, it's Battiato. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body.
There's a lot of QBs that when they get hit, when they get hurried, when they get pressured, they become very active. Really nice job by the defense. Pressure.
They couldn't make the connection on 2nd down. Now a 3rd and 7 to keep the drive alive. From the gun, wants to pass. Spits it out to the back. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
You can just start to sense the frustration building for this offense after that incompletion. Right now setting up 4th down. They haven't yet scored a touchdown. They just can't find a rhythm in this game. Obviously the defense, the big reason for that. But if this offense wants a chance to win, they have got to start stringing some completions together and get this quarterback in a better rhythm.
We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. There wasn't much need to throw it around on that last drive for the touchdown, Jesse. They got it done running the ball.
And David, I don't think you have to overthink this thing. If they can't stop you running it, why would you stop handing it off? Just keep at it here on this drive.
Right, if I'm the defense, I'm making some changes. I'm bringing in more big bodies. I'm playing more aggressive towards the line of scrimmage. I am not going to let them have that kind of drive again.
And the Dogs with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. From the shotgun, the inside give. It's the tackle. Nice pickup on the ground there. They'll run this way for the first down.
How nice is it as a play caller when you've got a running back as good as this guy, right? I mean, you can just dial up conservative run calls. Nothing has to be too tricky, too fancy. You just know he's going to go make good things happen. Even when it's not blocked properly, he is still finding ways to...
Brings him to the open. And they exploited that soft spot. They get it down to the 35.
You got to be impressed by what you've seen by this offense so far in this game. In the first half, they've got a nice lead, and they've been able to do it with explosive plays, but they've also been able to do it with efficiency and getting first downs and staying on the field. And you saw another great example right there running the football. Anything they want to do right now is working.
And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
And they didn't get it forward an inch. Defense wins the battle up front.
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country. And we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction, not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for loss.
It'll be 3rd and long. On the move, it's Frazier. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to get the 3. And very important not only to generate power, but to find his mark. A 49-yard try from the left. No good. Well, they missed the field goal. That's about the only thing that hasn't gone their way in this one. The Middle Tennessee offense will go back to work. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession. Jesse, this offense needs to get their heads out of there. You know what?
The punter's on the sideline with the oxygen mask. He's been playing savage. He's not used to it. With this offense, they just got to stay on the field. They got to put a drive together and get some balance going, running and throwing.
And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down.
They have just not been able to get this guy into a rhythm so far in this game. I know it's still the first half, but there's been nothing going for him like we just saw in that last run. He's an outstanding talent. You may have to start thinking about throwing him the football, getting him out in the perimeter in space to let him go to work. He's got to touch the ball for you to come back in this game. Right now, running it, though, very difficult.
And he was drilled just as he released the pass to take the lead.
It's amazing to think just how confident this offense was coming into this game. They thought they were going to go up and down the field throwing the football in this one. That has not been the case. They have not yet scored a touchdown in this one. They just threw an incompletion on 3rd down now, looking like they may have to punt. This offense has got to find their rhythm. But you've got to wonder about their confidence at this point in the game.
Tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Pocket breaking down. Got out of trouble and throws. A strike downfield. They finally get to it. A lot of play there to pick up the 1st down.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. Now they'll line it up from the 44 on 1st and 10.
42 Spider. 4-2 Spider.
They'll move the wide receiver. Goes to the option. They go to the ground. Pass to Stetson, still on his feet. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the 1st down.
And this defense has to be so disciplined. Like, you just got to understand, I can't all go for the quarterback, and too much attention on the quarterback. We didn't play the pitch really well. That's why this offense is really hard to stop.
On the run, it's Frazier. There he goes! All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks into 1st down.
Wow. 4 plays on this drive by the offense. They already got 3 first downs. We knew they had a lot of playmakers coming into this game, and they're showing that right now. This defense is going to have to make a play at some point here and stop the bleeding.
And the Bulldogs have it with a 1st and 10. Back to pass, it's Stockton. Got a man, it's Frazier. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion.
And this has got to be so demoralizing for this defense right now, having given up multiple first downs on this drive. Somebody on defense has to step up, make a play, and stop the bleeding.
The Bulldogs started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. Looking to throw on first down. Finds his big tight end. A methodical drive that they finish off by tossing it to the tight end.
The tight end, I'll tell you what, this is a position that's evolved so much, right? You see him move all over the field. It's kind of like, where is Waldo? You got to find this big fella, especially down in the red zone area. This is a guy they're going to target and then make the big play, get the touchdown.
He'll bring it out. It's Taylor. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. They take over late and they have enough time to put together a drive. Looking to throw on first down. Here comes the heat. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And they can't make the connection, going for a big play on first down.
I think sometimes as a quarterback, when the offense is struggling, you don't have any points up on the board here at the end of the first half. You're just trying to take a shot to see if your guy can make a play. And that time, he thought he had the matchup he wanted, but he has just not been able to ever find a rhythm. And this defense is making it really hard on him, forcing that one to fall incomplete.
Back to throw, it's Battiato. Fires to the big fella. Slips a tackle and he's got room. He's down at the 27. They can stop the clock, and this is a first down.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
All the way down on second and a long way to go. Wants to throw. They'll have to be efficient against the clock. Makes it right up to 30. And they pick up a better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down. They'll put it in play from the 27, first down. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Ball spotted at the 27. It's first and 10. Wants to go up top on first down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Walker.
When these wide receivers work the middle of the field, so much of this is fun. Understanding where the holes are in the zone, or understanding how to get leverage on a man. And these wide receivers are dangerous nowadays because they do it so fast and see that so quick and make those plays over the middle.
And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious.
Trying to get the receiver on a drag route, working through all the bodies of traffic. There's just too much happening. I don't think he saw the throw real well and it falls incomplete.
Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Defense loves to show heat and try to confuse the quarterback. And his throw is there.
End zone work by the defense, right? They've allowed a lot of big plays return to the red zone. Great job in coverage on that third down, and now the offense is in an interesting situation.
They'll try to convert on fourth and short from the 20. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Complete out of the backfield, looking for the sticks. He's got enough. It'll be a first down. They've got it at the 12. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half.
Here we go.
To the air, it's Battiato. Under fire. And the defense wraps up the first half by taking it to the quarterback and getting a sack. That's going to wrap it up here in the first half. Stay tuned. Second half not too far away. They're lined up and ready to kick off this second half.
get the running game going early in this second half.
You're absolutely right here, and I think this coaching staff is going to try to put this game on the offensive line a little bit. Let these guys take this thing over, be physical, and push this defense around.
To the ground, he's got it again. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football, and you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Hand off to the lone back. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive. Stick your foot in the ground. Pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
And the defense snows him under after a very short game.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
The give to the back. And they did not let him reach the line to gain. It'll bring up a decision here. And for the second time tonight, they'll trot out the field goal kicker. The field goal is no good. Guys, after this dominating performance, I guess the head coach wanted to be able to yell at the special teams coordinator.
And you wonder if mechanically something is off with this kicker. That's now his 2nd missed field goal of the day. And guys, we've got almost perfect conditions to kick the football. I'm not sure what's going on.
To the air, it's Battiato. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
And this is why this team is losing this game. They cannot protect their quarterback. He's already been sacked a bunch of times. Almost got sacked right there. This guy doesn't have a chance with the way this offensive line is playing.
Now, this offense is just stuck in the run. They've already punted 4 times, and it's 3rd down now. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds his man. It's Lacy. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. They were really hopeful he could make a guy or 2 miss and pick up the first down, but he comes up a little short.
Yeah, and it's great defense. It's defense understanding where the sticks are, not missing tackles, getting the guy on the ground. A really nice job by the defense understanding the situation.
We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. We talk about settling for points, but sometimes when you have to settle for nothing, David, it can be demoralizing.
Yeah, it can definitely be frustrating. And I think it leads you to say maybe I go for it more. But, Jesse, I think this offense just needs to put another drive together and just finish stronger.
Yeah, and be a little bit less predictable, too, especially as they get closer and closer down in the end zone.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Keeping it on the ground with the running back. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one.
There's really secret to it, David. When this guy's running well, this offense is so hard to stop.
It opens up everything, and he's having a great day, showing you a little bit of everything, and this offense has got it rolling on the ground.
Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10.
Cricket.
They'll test the right side. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
The Dogs can really attack on this 2nd and short. Here's the handoff. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Yeah, Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more life in this defense.
Yeah, they may not win the game, but I think this defensive coaching staff at this point, based on how this game has gone, they're just trying to find things to build off of. Maybe that's something they can point to as they get ready for their next opponent, of things they did right and things that they got to do more consistently moving forward.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Calls his own number. Can't get him to the ground. Not a whole lot of room to run. Let's give him a couple. Well, guys, it's Georgia holding the lead at the end of the quarter. This has been a complete obliteration so far, as the third quarter stats will show you. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the fourth. They had a chance to mull things over, and let's see how they start the final period here on second down. A designed run for the quarterback.
And listen, the QB did everything he had, right? He tried to get the first down. He laid out. He wasn't worried about getting whacked. He tried to get the first down. Good effort, but just comes up a little bit short.
And the Dogs kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. Looking for a gap. It's McCray. Didn't get a whole lot of the line. He picked up one or two.
I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football. You preserve the lead. You got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get it done.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
And I like changing things up. I like trying new things. Handing it to the tight end, that's something you don't see very often. A little creativity. Now, it was negativity in the end, but I like the creative thought process of trying to get somebody else the football.
Georgia lining up to punt it away. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. Boy, they had a chance to track that thing down, but it bounces into the end zone for a touchback. Let's see what the Blue Raider offense can get going. Last drive was a quick 3 and out, and now time is even more of a factor to get something going. Running hard and getting 6 yards out to the 26.
And winning first down is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. Like, you can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28.
You got to give this defense credit because they have bottled this guy up all game long. He's one of the best running backs in all of college football. Everybody was expecting him to have a big one today. I'll tell that to this defense, though. They played with great effort. They've gotten shots to the football, and they have been able to shut him down.
The punt team makes its way onto the field. We've seen a lot of the punt team 6th time tonight. Makes the catch, and now looking for just a little bit of daylight. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum, right? Go back to what was working earlier on in this one. And to me, that starts with being the more physical team.
No, I definitely agree. Being the more physical team, but understanding the situation of the game. You're still winning. You got the football back. Now put a nice drive together and execute.
They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain.
This is an area of the game. On offense, you've got to be able to run the football well. You've got the lead in the fourth quarter, and obviously you're in your own end here, but you want to bleed the clock. You want to stay on the field and keep getting first down, so you have to be able to run it.
Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. Leaves it with the back. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, the defense finally gets a stop there, but a big reason why they've got the lead right now is because of this dude toting the rock. And, David, it just seems like he's been getting better as the game's gone on.
Yeah, and the defense all night, no answers. I mean, he's shown you a little bit of everything, whether it's inside, whether it's outside, whether it's outrunning people or breaking tackles. This guy's been a game wrecker.
Couldn't get away from that cover team, and they've got him down at the 23. This drive opens up at the 23-yard line. He'll ride the running back and leave it with it. And he doesn't find much running room. A short gain on the play.
How about the job on this defense? They knew what they were getting into. A really good running back. We talked to him this week. It was the main focus point of this offense. Stopping the run game, stopping the run game. They showed up and showed out and answered that challenge.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive